2,000 years ago, a monumental frontier construction extended through Austria. It controlled the Danube as a transportation route and the outer frontier of the Roman Empire. Traces of this ancient frontier are still visible in Austria today. In the 1st century AD, Rome started building its frontier constructions. In Austria, the frontier of the Roman Empire stretched along the Danube. Roman forts were to be found along the length of the Danube and the larger rivers flowing into it. Between the forts there were watchtowers. They controlled the valleys which opened up into the Danube Valley. Only a few of the former Roman watchtowers are known today. One of these is the watchtower in the Kürnbergerwald forest near the town of Linz.
Ja, die Turmstellen und Turmruinen sind ja ein
The watchtowers and their remains are an integral part of the limes. They belong to that frontier system, especially for raising alarm, signalling and as watchposts. Especially in Upper Austria, we know very few watchtower sites, and if we were able to find some more, we'd be very happy.
Wenn wir noch welche finden würden, wären wir ganz glücklich drüber.
Some watchtowers continued to be used after the Romans had left and are now part of other buildings. Fort walls, towers and gates are still in use today in some places. In Zeiselmauer and in Mautern, in the town of Treismauer, the Roman Augustianer, or in the town of Tulln, good examples of this can be found. Many forts and settlements along the Roman Danube frontier in Austria became medieval towns which still exist and continue to expand to this day. Because of extensive building activity in these places, much of our rich Roman heritage has been destroyed forever. Although it is necessary to record Roman remains by carrying out rescue excavation before new construction work takes place, the heritage is then destroyed.
Im Prinzip muss ich sagen, ist das immer ein Kompromiss, ja, aber meist
In principle, I have to say this is a compromise, but most times it happens like this. Rescue excavation takes place, restrictions are lifted, and then nothing remains of the ancient buildings. We do not want everything to be placed under a glass cover, but we want at least some parts to be integrated, or because they are so important, not to be destroyed and built on top of.
Gewisse Sachen integriert werden oder gar nicht, eben weil sie doch so wichtig sind, überbaut werden.
One especially distressing example for building work on a Roman site which destroyed the ancient monument is the fort at Schlögen on the Danube. On this old photograph you can see the idyllic location of this once well-preserved frontier fort. Today the fort has been almost totally destroyed due to modern construction activities. In other places too, like in the town of Enns, or in Sventendorf, where a gravel pit is threatening the continued existence of the Roman fort, the witnesses of our past are in danger. The European Union and UNESCO have acknowledged the value of these ancient frontier constructions. The European Union supports the protection, research and presentation of the Roman frontiers, while UNESCO has already nominated two parts of the Roman frontiers, Hadrian's Wall in the north of England and the Limes in Germany, as a World Heritage Site. Initiatives in Austria are going in the same direction.
Gerade in Österreich gibt es im Gegensatz zu den anderen Grenzabschnitten
Especially in Austria, in contrast to other sections of the frontier in Great Britain, Holland or Germany, for example, there are still many visible monuments, some of which are up to 3 or 4 meters in height. And we'd be very happy if these monuments, together with those that are still hidden below ground, sometimes beneath the towns on the Limes, could be better protected and presented in a better way.
Einen besseren Schutz erhalten und vor allem auch wesentlich besser präsentiert werden.
Everybody can help preserve these unique remains of our past. In Austria, there are many individuals and associations dedicated to raising awareness for our historic roots and monuments. Many smaller and bigger museums have opened up along the Limes. In the vicinity of the Roman legionary fort of Carnuntum, with its amphitheatres and its civilian settlement, visitors are able to see and explore how fascinating the Roman frontier constructions still are today. The few remains of our ancient past need protecting. Then future generations will also be able to admire and explore Austria's rich cultural landscape.